A person resident outside India. A person resident outside India who is a citizen of India can acquire the following type of property in India. Can acquire following type of property in India. So which one of the following it is? So which one would be the right answer? So person who is resident outside India and wants to acquire some property in India. So what type of property that person can acquire? It would be related to the agricultural land, plantation farm, farmhouse, or any other land. So what type of land can be acquired? So we have already learned that no person who is resident outside India, he cannot invest money into any of the immovable property that is related to the agriculture purposes or for the plantation purposes or as basically on the form of the farmhouse. So he can go for any other land. He can acquire any other land for his personal use or for the business activities. So option D over here in the question number 6. Option D over here is the right answer. Let me mark the right answer over here. So option D over here is the right answer. Next question it says, which of the following services can be offered in the correspondent banking by banks to each other? Which of the following services can be offered in the correspondent banking by banks to each other? LC advising, that is letter of credit advising. And what is letter of credit advising? That will be covering in the next unit. Further, LC confirmation, so as to give an additional guarantee in the letter of credit, that is LC confirmation. Giving bankers acceptance. And fourth, it is related to issue of bank guarantees. And fifth, it is related to custodial services. So which one of the following is the right answer in this particular case? So which one of the following is the right answer? So we are talking about the relationship banking in the correspondent banking and what type of services can be offered in this particular case. So banks can offer all these services, whether it is related to letter of credit advising or related to collection of the checks of the instruments, or it may be related to the issuance of the instruments, or it may be related to the acceptances or issue of bank guarantees or custodial services. All these services can be offered in the correspondent banking arrangement. So option D over here is the right answer. So option D over here is the right answer in this particular case. Okay, now let's move to the next question, which is the question number 8 over here, which says, if a loan is allowed to a NRI against his term deposit of FCNRB or NRERA account. So a loan was sanctioned to a NRI person against the deposits of the foreign currency non-resident banking account or non-resident external rupee account. The amount can be credited to which of the following accounts? So in that case, the amount will be credited. The loan amount will be credited to which of the following accounts? To FCNRB accounts, NRO account, NRER account, or any of the above. Which one of the following would be the right answer? So the question is that if a loan has been sanctioned to a person against the NRE balances or against the FCNR balances, the loan amount will be credited to which of the following accounts? The loan amount will be credited only and only to the NRO accounts. It will be credited only and only to the NRO accounts. Is it clear? So the loan amount will be credited to NRO account. So option B over here is the right answer. So option B is the right answer. Now let's move to the next question, which says, when the correspondent bank offers services related to handling of outward payments, receipt of inward payments and collection, and these functions are covered under which of the following? तो ये functions कौन से यहाँ पर हेड में कवर होते हैं? अंडर द क्लियरिंग हाउस फंक्शंस, कलेक्शन फंक्शंस, पेमेंट फंक्शंस और इन्वेस्टमेंट सर्विसेज. So when the correspondent bank offers the services related to handling of the outward payments or receipt of inward payments and collections, these functions are covered under which of the following? These are covered under the clearing house functions. So option A over here is the right answer. So option A over here is the right answer. The next question it says, In which of the following the NRIs can make the investment? In which of the following the NRIs can make the investment? Units of mutual fund on a repatriable basis, units of mutual fund on non-repatriable basis, company deposit on a repatriable basis, company deposits on a non-repatriable basis. In which of the following the investment can be made by the NRI person? We need to identify and answer accordingly. So units of mutual funds on a repatriable basis or on non-repatriable basis, company deposits on a repatriable basis and non-repatriable basis, which of the following are correct and which of the following is not? So which one of the following would be the right answer? So we need to identify the different statements, that which of the following statement is correct and answer accordingly. So option B over here is the right answer. That is, all of the four are correct. In this particular case. So option B is the right answer. And further, when the person is investing in deposits in the company, on a repatriable basis, in that particular case there was a condition. Condition was related to that the funds will be invested at least for a period of 3 years. That is, a lock-in period would be at least for 3 years if the person wants to invest for the repatriable basis. Is it clear? Okay. Now let's move to the next question, which says foreign currency non-resident account can be opened as saving bank or current account, a recurring deposit account with a fixed period of 1 to 5 years, term deposit account with a fixed period of 1 to 5 years, term deposit receipt for a fixed period of 1 year to 3 years. So which one of the following would be the correct answer in this particular case? So FCNR account can be opened only and only in the form of the fixed deposit receipt account. So it can be opened in the form of the FDR account only. It cannot be even maintained in the form of the recurring deposit account, and further it cannot be maintained as a saving fund account or a current account. Okay, so it will be maintained in the form of the fixed deposit account only. So option C over here is a right answer, because the minimum tenure of the maturity is 1 year and the maximum tenure of the maturity is 5 years and not 3 years. So answer will be option C in this particular case. So answer over here will be option C. Now let's move to the next question. That is a question number 12, which says FCNR deposit account can be opened in which of the following group of currencies? FCNR account can be opened in which of the following group of currencies? So we need to identify the right group of the currencies in which the FCNR bank account can be maintained. So it is USD, Canadian dollar, Singapore dollar, pound sterling, yen only. So which of the following would be the right answer? So it can be maintained. So answer over here is option C. So it can be maintained in any of the convertible currencies, including USDs, Canadian dollar, Australian dollar, euro, pound sterling, yen. Okay, so it can be maintained in any of the convertible currencies. It can be maintained in any of the convertible currencies. So option C over here is the right answer. Question number 12, option C is the right answer. Next question, it says, as per general permission to a person resident outside India, subject to certain conditions, can make investment in. So as per general permission, a person resident outside India, subject to certain conditions, can make investment in equity shares, preference shares, convertible debentures, or all of the above. Which one of the following is the right answer? So these questions have been selected in such a manner so that you could retain the concepts. Do not say like that the questions are very much simpler. These kind of questions are not asked in the exams. Just keep one thing in mind. If 2 or 3 these type of questions are mixed, it will sound somewhat difficult. But you need to retain the things first of all. So our effort must be there related that we want to retain particular topics. We want to retain the particular concepts. Okay. So option D over here is a right answer, that the person who is a resident outside India, as for the general permission, he can invest in the equity shares or the preference shares or the convertible debentures of Indian companies. So option D is the right answer. Question number 13. Next question, it says a foreign bank in UK has opened a current account with SBI in Mumbai. So foreign bank in UK has opened a current account with SBI in Mumbai. Which of the following is correct in this particular case? So foreign bank is maintaining a current account with SBI in Mumbai, and further which of the following account it would be? For foreign bank it is a Vostro account, for SBI it is a Nostro account, for foreign bank it is Nostro account, for SBI it is a Loro account. Which one of the following would be the correct answer? Which one of the following would be the correct answer? So you must be clear about the concept of the Nostro and Vostro account. So when we are maintaining an account in the foreign country in foreign currency, that is Nostro in our books. But for that particular bank, it is Vostro account. Let us suppose person bank A over here is maintaining a foreign currency account in bank B in foreign currency. Okay, foreign currency. So that would be basically Nostro account in the books of bank A, but Vostro account in banks of book B, in the books of bank B. Okay, so in this particular case also, bank is maintaining, a foreign bank is maintaining an account, a current account with the SBI in Mumbai. So for that particular bank, that is for the bank A over here, that is a foreign bank over here, the account which is maintaining with bank B, that is the SBI, is what account? That is a Nostro account in the books of bank A and Vostro account in the books of bank B. Is it clear? So for SBI it is Vostro account, which is stated incorrectly in option B, whereas in option C it is stated correctly, that is for foreign bank it is Nostro account. So option C over here is the right answer. Option C over here, it is the right answer. For foreign bank it is Nostro account, not the Vostro account. So option A is incorrect over here. Okay, so you must be clear related to the basics. So these are the basics, you need to memorize them.